Hello, today I am going to show you how to make vitumbua, which is Tanzanian traditional rice donuts made out of rice and other simple ingredients. And these type of donuts, you can enjoy them with the tea, coffee, or any other soft drinks, and they are also gluten-free. I did this video 2 years ago, but it was in Swahili version. Then I ended up receiving so many requests that I should also do English version of it, so English speakers can also understand how to make these bites, right? So as you can see, everything you see over there, those are the ingredients that you're going to need. I already have 3 cups of rice that I soaked over the night. Make sure you soak your rice at least 8 hours if not over the night. And I have 1 cup of sugar. I have 1 tablespoon of fast rising yeast, which is I normally prefer. I also have a half teaspoon of cardamom paste. You can use cardamom powder. I have a half cup of water, but we're not going to use it right now because the rice had soaked so much water that is enough to start blending. I have 1 egg. For those who are vegan, don't worry, you can just make them without egg and they will just come out perfect, right? The next thing that we're going to do here is add everything into the blender. You can see the rice has a lot of water that is sucked when we soaked it. Okay, so we're gonna put everything together. I like it simple. I don't like to complicate things, so I add everything together into the blender and start blending up. You can use any other food processor you have that you know they can blend the rice until it becomes like a pancake mix. All right, make sure you blend the rice until it's completely soft. The mixer becomes really soft, and we are not going to add any water in it first until we see how the mix is going to look like, because we don't want it too loose. All right, so blend your rice down. Use any food processor. All right, I blend everything together and you will see. So I had a half cup of water and I only add half of it, which means I only add a quarter cup of water. And some people prefer to use coconut milk. So if you like coconut milk and you want to add coconut milk in it, make sure you add it. You blend your rice first and see how thick it's gonna be, and then that way you can figure out how much coconut milk you're going to add in it. So like if I only use a quarter cup of water over there, that means you're going to use the same thing, you know, quarter cup of coconut milk for 3 cups of rice. Okay, and that's the type of mix that you are looking for, because you don't want it too loose or too thick, because when they're too thick, when it's too thick, your vitumbua will not cook inside, and when it's too loose, they will also not cook well because they will be like a too soft inside. You don't want that. So the next thing here is to cover up and let it settle for at least 3 to 4 hours. So you can use a plastic wrap or plate just like the one I use over there, and let it settle for at least 3 to 4 hours. Now you can see there the mix is ready to start frying. Next thing here is you're going to preheat your stuffed pancake pan, which is what we are going to use it. Preheat it to the medium heat. We're going to use medium heat. You don't want them too hot. You don't want to fry them in a very hot heat. And then you're going to add a half teaspoon. Yeah, it's like a teaspoon of vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever oil you prefer. And then once the oil get heat up to the medium, then you will start putting your mix into those rooms. That's what I'm doing right there. Okay. Don't fill it too much and don't put it too less. You can do up to a little bit over 3/4, but don't fill it all the way because we want them to have enough room when we are going to turn them. We want them to have enough room to get to cook completely inside, okay? And I'm using a stick. Now you can see what I'm going to do is to turn them like a halfway to make sure that they're not stick. And when you're going to buy your pan, you can, these are available, not this one. This one I bought it back home 2 years ago, but Amazon have stuffed pancake pan that's non-stick, but they are small. They have a small rooms. So what I'm doing here right now is just, as you saw, I turn them, like a halfway, little bit, and then I'm gonna completely turn them. You don't want to leave them until they cook completely in one side because you want them to close, okay? If they get cooked completely in one side, by the time you're going to turn them, they will not close. And you want them to close so that they can perfectly cook inside with the steam. And the heat is a medium, okay? Make sure that you have your heat on the medium. All right. And again, I'm going back. Before you let the mixes settle, you can always check sugar. If you prefer too much sugar or a lot of sugar, you can add more sugar in it and stir and then let it settle until it rises before you start frying, okay? So now I'm going to check them if they're already close, and if they need more oil, we're going to add, you can see over there it's already close and there is no more oil underneath. So don't add too much oil. You just have to put a little bit oil when they need. Some people prefer a lot of oil, but I don't. If you like more oil, it's up to you, but I prefer less oil. Right? So we're gonna add a little bit oil and let them continue to cook with the steam slowly on a medium heat, right? Right there. Keep turning them and add oil, right? And again, as I said, this pan you may not find exactly like the one that you see here, but they do have a small stuffed pancake pan, like the same shape, but they are smaller ones, so the bowl inside are not going to be bigger like these ones, but they are good for home use. So you can go to Amazon and just type stuffed pancake pan and they will pop up, and then you can get one for yourself if you're interested of making this vitumbua, okay? And now we are going to turn them. You can see we're gonna turn so that they can get to cook the other side, and we're gonna add a little bit more oil in each room again until they all get to cook the same way. Also, don't forget to subscribe on my channel and hit the bell button so that every time I post you will get to be notified. As you can see right there, vitumbuas are all ready and they don't have too much oil. They're perfect, like they look like a 24-karat gold. All right. Now you can see they are all ready. I'm gonna cut one and you get to see inside how they look like, and how they cook. You can see they cook perfectly. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you get notified every time I post another video. Okay. Thank you.